evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Perry Central High School here in Hazard, Kentucky at the John C. Combs Arena. As we join you in progress of this one here in the first quarter, it is Knott County Central. The Lady Patriots on top of the Lady Commodores right now, 9-0 here early in the first quarter. Tyler Wolf alongside Anthony Versalia. And again, thanks for joining us here on the Killer Bee Sports Network tonight. And again, we didn't get on too awfully late for this one. We've got 6:13 remaining in the first quarter as we are right in a timeout in this one currently.
Yeah, Perry Central started off they used the 30-second timeout, Knott County on a 9-0 run.
And Perry Central going to bring the ball up the length of the floor here as we're down to 6:10 to go in the first quarter. And with it now for Perry Central is Miss Ava Cornett. She'll get it back out onto the right wing to Emily Noble. Noble brings it up to the top of the key now to Feltner. Feltner standing, taking her time, dribbles. Gets a pass over now to Cornett. Brooklyn Cornett gets that one off to Emily Noble. Over now to Feltner. Feltner on the right wing. And a pass underneath and near steal, but maintained in there, though, by Feltner. And back out to the top of the key to Cornett here for Perry Central. Swings a pass over to the left now to Johnson and gets it over to the left corner. And a deflection, Knott County Central, and a steal. And coming up with it is Miss Danny McAlarness. A long outlet pass to Frankie Reed. She lost control of it. It goes out and possession back in favor of the Lady Commodores.
Just the first turnover of the game for Knott County Central. Perry was just trying to move it around, but the length of Samara Bailey caused the block. Perry Central blessed to get it back.
And they're bringing the ball up the length of the floor right now, and doing so for them is Miss Ava Cornett. She'll get it out to the top of the key to Noble. She'll fire a three, nothing but the bottom of the net for Noble.
They needed that. Big answer.
9-3, Perry Central trailing Knott Central by 6, and Lady Patriots inside with it here out to the top of the key to Conley. She'll fire a three, couldn't get that one, and Noble comes down with a rebound for the Lady Commodores here. Gets a long outlet pass to Brooklyn Cornett, and she gets that one in for the Lady Commodores. And just like that, Lady Commodores to within 4 of the Lady Patriots right now. 9-5, 4:50 to go in the first quarter. Lady Patriots with it here. Reed out to Bailey. Bailey put up, couldn't get that one to fall. And Feltner comes down with a rebound for the Lady Commodores. She's double teamed. And we'll see what the call will be here.
It's going to be on Knott County Central. It'll be their first team foul. They're going to get that on Riley Kraft, the 8th grader.
And it will be Miss Emily Noble inbounding the ball back into play here for the Lady Commodores of Perry Central.
And Tyler, just wanted to say the officials for tonight, Roger Fairchild, Chris Ambergy, and Will Fugit.
Noble is going to inbound it now to Feltner. Feltner throws a long pass to Cornett, Ava Cornett, up underneath there to number 13. That is Hoskins. Put up no good. Rebound there by Cornett. Put up no good. And a rebound, Samara Bailey of the Lady Patriots. And she'll get it off to McAlarness. Throws it out now to Conley. Conley out on the left wing, back out to the top of the key to McAlarness. Over to the right wing to Conley. She'll work it up inside. Backs away, gets it out to Reed. Top of the key now to Kraft. Kraft goes in for a put-up, couldn't get it, and a foul on the Lady Commodores.
Yeah, it's going to be on Emily Noble, her first team first. Riley Kraft will come to the free throw line to shoot, too. As you mentioned, Knott County Central this season, Tyler, is a team shooting 60.7% at the line and averaging 29 rebounds a game.
And the first one of 2 for Kraft is up and good for the Lady Patriots.
She's got 5 points already, and it's the first one for the Patriots. She's having a game so far.
Riley going to give one more shot up, no good. Rebound, Lady Commodores, as it is going to be Noble coming down with a rebound here. She'll swing it out to Ava Cornett out on the right wing. Cornett works up toward the baseline, goes up underneath, one-hander on the way, bounces off, and a rebound this time, McAlarness of the Lady Patriots, as she'll drive down the right lane with it. Passes across the timeline to Conley on the top of the key, out on the left wing to Reed. She'll bring it up to the top of the key. Passes to the right to McAlarness here. Swings it out to the left to Conley. Back out to the top of the key to Reed. Out to the right corner to McAlarness. A long jumper on the way. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul here.
Yeah, it's going to be on Riley Feltner. That's her first, team second. One of the things, because I'm so used to seeing the old school scoreboards here, but the nice new updated scoreboards, I like how they got that. It tells the fouls and the points here at the John C. Combs.
And the first one of 2 for McAlarness, no good for the Lady Patriots, as she'll get one more from the charity stripe here. 10-5, Lady Patriots out on top early in this one by 5.
And Knott County Central subbed in the junior. She wears number 3, Morgan Combs.
Second one for Macalarnes goes in.
She's 1 of 2 tonight with 4 points so far.
11-5. Lady Patriots still cling to the lead. Lady Commodores with it as Noble throws a pass out now to, looks like they've got that one into Johnson. Over to Cornett, a long three from the right wing. No good. She'll get the rebound, though. And we're going to have a jump ball by Mr. Fairchild, and possession arrow going to stay with Perry.
Yeah, Kraft got right in there after Cornett's miss. Didn't really have full control of the ball. Battled for it. Perry Central keeps possession. Kraft, as the 8th grader, is not afraid to get in there and cause a bunch of trouble. She earns it.
And it is going to be Feltner. She'll get it off to Noble. Over now to, looks like here, Johnson. Over to Noble. Back over to Johnson. Back out to Noble on the right wing here for the Lady Commodores. 3:07 to go, first quarter. Johnson over to Noble, a long three. That one bounces off, and a rebound this time. Conley of the Lady Patriots. As Addison Conley gets it out to the left wing here, swings the pass over to the right to Macalarnes now. Macalarnes dribbles. Gets it out to Conley, back out to Macalarnes. 2:45 to go, first quarter. As Macalarnes gets it out to the left wing, a pass inside, and a steal by the Commodores. And coming up with it is Johnson, and gets it in there to Feltner. Feltner going to drive up to the basket, a one-hander. That one bounces off, and Macalarnes comes down with a rebound for the Lady Patriots, and long outlet pass to Kraft underneath the put-up, rolls in.
Just good ball execution. After it was 9-5, all of a sudden now Knott has pushed it back out to that 8-point lead.
Here comes Johnson with it for the Lady Commodores with a bounce pass to the baseline to Cornett. Brooklyn Cornett passes to the top of the key to Noble. 2:10 to go, first quarter. Lady Patriots 13, Lady Commodores 5. Noble on the left wing here. Being guarded by Conley. Should go down to the top of the key. Pass to the right now to Feltner. Feltner dribbles. Backs away. Pass and a steal in there on the inside by Samara Bailey of the Lady Patriots. Out to Conley, out now to Combs. Combs goes in for a put-up underneath. Bounces off and steps called against Combs. Possession arrow back in favor of the Lady Commodores.
Boy, that's a tough break because Combs caused that steal at the top of the perimeter there early on and just couldn't connect there. And now we have a couple of substitutions. Kaylee King wearing number 4 for Knott Central and also into the ball game. I did not catch the other player there for Knott Central. I believe it's Frankie Reed. Yes, she's into the game, the freshman.
Noble out on the right lane here being guarded by Reed. Noble gets a pass inside there to Ava Cornett. Cornett back out to the right corner to Noble, and a step's going to be called actually on Perry Central. Possession back in favor of the Lady Patriots.
Yeah, Emily Noble got caught in the air. She tried to rush that 3 there, and they caught her, and now it's the 3rd turnover of the game for the Lady Commodores.
Macalarnes gets it out to Bailey. Back over to Macalarnes now. 1:25 to go in the first quarter. Knott Central 13, Perry Central 5 here. As Macalarnes dribbles up on the inside, goes in one-hander, bounces off, and coming down with a rebound is going to be Brooklyn Cornett. She'll get it off to Noble now for the Lady Commodores now. As Noble dribbles being guarded by Macalarnes. Pass over to the right now to Hoskins. Up inside to, looks like there, Johnson for a put-up. Couldn't get it into the rebound by Ava Cornett. She'll pass out to Johnson. Gets it out now to Hoskins. Hoskins, one-hander on the way. That one bounces off too. And a rebound in there that time by Ava Cornett, and a steal by Samara Bailey of the Lady Patriots. As she'll pass it out to Combs, gets it out to Reed. Reed, long pass out to Macalarnes up to the baseline there. For a jumper that time by Kaylee King, no good, and a rebound this time. Noble of the Lady Commodores, down to 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Noble dribbles up on the right wing here for the Lady Commodores. Pass to the top of the key to Cornett. Brooklyn Cornett drives up inside, jumper on the way, falls short. And it is going to be Johnson with a rebound out to Ava Cornett. Up to Hoskins on the top of the key for the Lady Commodores, down to 15 seconds now. As it will be Hoskins taking her time trying to hold the ball out for one last shot to end the first quarter. Hoskins goes out to the left corner. Gets it out to Ava Cornett there, being double teamed. And a steal in there by Morgan Combs of Knott County Central. Gets it out to Bailey, and that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of one, Lady Patriots 13, Lady Commodores 5. And we're back in 60 seconds on the Killer Bee Sports Network.
Here to slow you down. At Hazard ARH Orthopedics, we specialize in diagnosing, treating, and repairing bones, joints, and connective tissue. From knees and hips to shoulders and elbows, our expert team offers the latest non-surgical treatments and advanced surgical options, including minimally invasive procedures and joint replacements. Plus, no referral is needed. That's right, you can schedule you at Hazard ARH Orthopedics by calling 606-487-7510. ARH, more for Appalachia.
I'm attorney Jared Bentley. Someone in your family's been hurt in a car crash at no fault of their own, and I know you're going through is upside down. The pain, the stress, the loss of income, the questions you have, it's overwhelming. I've seen it many times, and it never gets easier. When you choose Bentley Law Group, I won't treat you like a case or a member. I'll treat you as family who needs answers and who needs help. I fight hard, and I'll fight for you. Give me a call at 606-506-1733 in Prestonsburg. Bentley Law Group, the truth still matters.
13-5. Knott County Central leads it over Perry County Central. They made it 9-5 after a 9-0 run by Knott County to start the game. Patriots got the last 4 points. Want to make just a quick note here, Tyler, to Haven Hoskins and Coach Shannon. That's Coach Shannon Hoskins' daughter. And Coach Hoskins, thoughts and prayers for you. I know you just lost your father at 91 years of age, and we here at the Killer Bee Sports Network have you in our thoughts and prayers. And you're one of the greatest coaches that I know, one of the greatest people that I know in this community. And hang in there.
And it is Knott County Central with possession of the basketball and a steal in there by, looks like Johnson got the steal for the Commodores. Out now to Feltner on the left corner. She'll fire a jumper. That one falls through nicely for Feltner of the Lady Commodores.
They needed that.
And it's 13-7. Lady Commodores get the first basket in this quarter as the Lady Patriots bring the ball up the length of the floor. Here comes McElarnis out on the right corner up inside to Bailey. Bailey a put up underneath, bounces off. And ball tapped out of bounds.
You know, back at the beginning of the season, Tyler, this Perry Central team got a big win against Knott County over there at the Morton Combs Athletic Complex. So they can play tough with this Lady Patriots team.
Yes, they can.
Considering what they've gone through this season.
Reed tried to get a three there and couldn't get that one to fall. And a rebound, Lady Commodores, as it was Ava Cornett with the rebound. She gets it off to Feltner, back over to Cornett. And shot up, couldn't get that one to fall. Rebound this time by Kaylee King, and steps called against the Lady Patriots there on a rebound. Possession back in favor of Perry Central.
Both teams at 5 turnovers apiece, and Conley will check back in for the Lady Patriots as King comes out. And also Perry Central making a substitution, and that's going to be, get that angle there on the number. Coming out will be Noble, and I believe back into the ballgame will be Hoskins, if I'm not mistaken, for the Lady Commodores.
Perry Central on the inbound, and a steal there by McElarnis of the Lady Patriots. She goes up to the basket. One-hander couldn't get it. Conley with a rebound put up. Nice put in there by Conley of the Lady Patriots. And it is 15-7. Lady Patriots back out to an 8-point lead. Lady Commodores with it. Johnson, a cross-court pass to Cornett up inside. One-hander good for Miss Brooklyn Cornett of the Lady Commodores.
She's got 4 so far. They needed that basket. They're going to keep chipping away at this lead.
15-9. Lady Patriots a 6-point lead. 6:30 to go in the first half as McElarnis gets it out to Kraft on the right wing. She'll fire a three, and that one bounces off. And McElarnis rebound put up and good for Miss McElarnis.
Second chance opportunities are really helping the Patriots right now. Lady Commodore's going to clean those up.
And here it comes. Feltner out to the right corner down to Ava Cornett. And a steal in there by Kraft of the Lady Patriots. And she'll get it out to Reed, and we're going to have a whistle. And it looks like we're going to have a foul call by Will Fugit here.
7th turnover unofficially for Perry County Central. So far, it looks like we're going to have a foul away from the ball. And we're going to have a timeout on the court, and it'll be a 30-second timeout, Tyler.
And we'll just keep it right here for the moment. And we appreciate everybody joining us on the Killer Bee Sports Network tonight of WKCB 107.1 Hindman and 107.7 Hazard. And for those of you who maybe just tuned in with us tonight on the Killer Bee, of course, before this broadcast, we brought you the Hazard LCA girls game from the All-A State Tournament in Owensboro. And Hazard lost a heartbreaker there as they lost to LCA earlier, just moments ago tonight in Owensboro. 56-52 was the final in that one from Owensboro this evening.
Yeah, Hazard has a tough schedule coming up. That makes them 11-9 on the season. They've got some tough games coming up. That last foul there was on Haven Hoskins, so it's her first, team first. But yeah, just a tough one for the Lady Dogs, but Coach Howard will have them ready when they get back from Owensboro.
Kraft going to inbound it to Reed for the Lady Patriots. She's going to work it up toward the basket, up on the inside. One-hander coming up. That one bounces off, and Ava Cornett will come down with a rebound for the Lady Commodores. Out to Kraft. Kraft on the, or rather Feltner, I'm sorry, on the left wing, gets it out to Hoskins. Hoskins gets it out to Johnson. Johnson gets it out to Cornett. A three, nothing but the bottom of the net for Miss Brooklyn Cornett of Perry Central.
Nice. She's got 7 points in the game. Perry Central now 2 of 5 as a team from beyond the arc. They needed that.
Macalarnis up across the timeline for the Lady Patriots here. Man-to-man defense being applied by the Lady Commodores here at the moment. As Macalarnis dribbles, gets it out to the right wing. Over to Reed. Reed up on the top of the key, spins around, back out to Macalarnis. She'll work it up inside. Put up, couldn't get that one. Gets her own rebound out to Bailey. Put up good by Samara Bailey of the Lady Patriots.
She's like a magnet right now. Already 5 rebounds for Macalarnis. Really bringing it. Great hustle effort there. It's really what's keeping Knott County with this lead.
And it is going to be Johnson out to Hoskins now for the Lady Commodores here. It's Haven Hoskins dribbles up toward the top of the key. 2-3 zone defense here by the Lady Patriots as Hoskins gets it out on the left wing here for Perry Central. Hoskins cross-court pass over to Brooklyn Cornett. Cornett going to dribble up, gets it back out to Hoskins. And over now to up on the inside. Over now to Hoskins, rather, over to Cornett, over to Ava Cornett to Brooklyn Cornett for another three, and that one bounces off. Fan with the rebound. We're going to have a jump ball here. Yep. Nope, and a foul, actually.
So this will be the second team foul on Knott County Central as Bella Hammond checks into the ball game for the Lady Patriots. And out goes Samara Bailey, who deserves a much-needed rest. And they are going to get that foul on Perry County Central's, Ava Cornett. So it'll be her first, team second.
And it looks like here Conley inbounds for the Lady Patriots. They'll get it out to Macalarnis. Over now to Kraft up on the inside. Kraft, a one-hander on the way. That one bounces off. And Hammond with a rebound put up, couldn't get it. And rebound Perry Central as Hoskins will come down with it for the Lady Commodores. 4:20 to go in the first half. Knott County Central 19, Perry Central 12 at the moment. Hoskins up on the inside, spins around. Out to the left corner now to Johnson. Baseline jumper on the way, falls short. And Kraft with a rebound for the Lady Patriots. Out to Combs. Gets it out to Conley on the left wing for the Lady Patriots. Dribbles out to the top of the key to Kraft. Kraft up on the inside. One-hander goes in for Miss Presley Kraft.
Yeah, she
Riley
just took her
Kraft.
time there and just really beat her defender off the dribble and just took her time, laid it in. Good patience. She thought about the three, but got the easy two instead, and this matches the largest lead for Knott Central at 9.
And it's Johnson out to Cornett on the top of the key. Miss Brooklyn Cornett up on the inside now, being double teamed. Pass over to Feltner. Over to the left corner to Johnson. She'll fire a three. That one over and out, and a rebound this time by Ava Cornett on the right corner. Up inside to Brooklyn Cornett, and we're going to have a foul, looks like, on the Lady Patriots here.
Yeah, 2 substitutions will come in for the Commodores here. Emily Noble will check back in here in just a moment. And also for the first time tonight, Kendall Jones wearing number 11, the 7th grader. And they got that foul there on Hammond of the Lady Patriots. So it's her first, team third.
And here come the Commodores. They'll inbound. Feltner into Cornett. Loose ball and maintained in there by Macalarnis of the Lady Patriots as Macalarnis gets it out to Conley on the top of the key, and there's a foul right there by Perry Central.
Yeah, it's going to be on Kendall Jones. She bumped Conley there in the back, so that's her first, team third.
Knott County Central 21, Perry Central 12 right now. 3:23 to go in the first half. As it is going to be, it looks like here Conley inbounding to Macalarnis for the Lady Patriots. Macalarnis up on the right wing. Top of the key to Conley now. Conley dribbles, backs away, works it up on the inside, goes in, put up. That one bounces off, and a rebound Perry Central. Kendall Jones comes down with a rebound and gets that one out to Noble as Noble brings it up to the top of the key for the Lady Commodores. Noble gets it off to Cornett on the top of the key, out to the right wing to Noble. Right corner to Hoskins. The three on the way, bounces out, and a rebound Hammond off to Conley now for the Lady Patriots. As Conley gets it up to the top of the key, out to the right to Macalarnis now. Perry Central in a 2-3 zone defense. Macalarnis to Conley, back to Macalarnis now. Macalarnis to downtown three. That one bounces off, and Perry Central's Brooklyn Cornett comes down with a rebound, and she'll get that one off to Noble. Over to Hoskins, back to Noble, back to Hoskins. Hoskins on the inside. Left wing to Noble for a three, bounces off the rim, and a rebound Conley of the Lady Patriots. Long outlet pass to Kraft. Kraft, a jumper from the free throw line, bounces off. And a rebound in there that time by Kendall Jones of the Lady Commodores. Over now to, looks like Feltner. Over to Noble on the right wing. Noble up inside to Cornett. Cornett spins around. Bounce pass back to the right corner. Noble three. That one bounces off. Macalarnis with a rebound. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Over to Kraft. Out to Conley on the top of the key. Conley on the inside. Bounce pass to Hammond. Put up good.
Yeah, it was just a good recognition there. Good patience again. Knott County Central. That's what's really helping them get this lead, being patient and just executing on offense.
And it's Noble up at the top of the key for the Lady Commodores now. Lady Commodores find themselves down 11 to the Lady Patriots right now at 23-12, 1:30 to go first half. Lady Commodores with it. Cornett on the top of the key. Right wing now to Noble. Over to Jones on the top of the key. Back out to Noble. Noble inside to Cornett. Cornett at the free throw line. Backs away out to the right wing to Noble. 1:15 to go first half. Out to the top of the key. Cornett three. Nothing but the bottom of the net there for Miss Brooklyn Cornett of Perry Central.
It's her third three of the game.
Impressive.
She's got all three of the Lady Commodores threes. They're shooting 3 of 10 as a team. Host of substitutions will come at the next step ball.
Still there by Feltner as Macalarnis dribbled. Feltner a three. That one bounces off. Macalarnis with the rebound, though, for the Lady Patriots. And a loose ball maintained Macalarnis over down to Conley. Conley drives inside. Layup underneath, couldn't get it. And Hammond with a rebound, and she'll get it out to Macalarnis. A jumper good for Miss Danny Macalarnis of the Lady Patriots.
I just think that's been the story of the second half. First half. Second chance opportunities has been killing the Lady Commodores and been right up the Lady Patriots game.
Noble bringing it up to the top of the key here for the Lady Commodores of Perry Central, down to 20 seconds to go in the first half. As Noble gets it out to the right wing now to Jones. Jones gets that one out to Feltner. Out to the left corner to Noble, down to 10 seconds. Noble on the left wing, out to the top of the key to Cornett. Back out to Noble on the left wing, up inside to Hoskins. And up underneath there to Feltner, and we're going to have a foul on the Lady Patriots.
Yeah, it's going to be on Morgan Combs. That will be her first. Just the second team foul on the Lady Patriots, but Riley Feltner to the free throw line for 2. She hasn't shot any tonight. And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think the Lady Commodores, I think that might have been their first free throw tonight, Tyler.
I believe you are correct. First one of 2 there for Feltner. No good of the Lady Commodores. She will get one more, though, from the charity stripe.
June Quillen, Frankie Reed, Samara Bailey, and Jalen Monroe in now for the Lady Patriots.
Second free throw, Feltner, good for the Lady Commodores. Lady Commodores down to the Lady Patriots 25-16, and Reed up across the midcourt stripe, and that's the end of the first half at halftime right now. Lady Patriots 25, Lady Commodores 16. We'll take a 3-minute break, and Anthony will have your first half stats and more, and we'll be back in 3 minutes on the Killer Bees Sports Network.
New pharmacy. Stop by and see Kenny and the staff at East Kentucky Pharmacy, conveniently located inside Dr. Snubbo's clinic, just above the Holly Hill Shopping Center in Hindwood. They accept Medicaid, private insurance, and most Medicare Part D plans. Get stuck in long lines waiting for prescriptions to be filled? Get them filled in minutes at East Kentucky Pharmacy. They're locally owned and operated and have been serving the people of Knott County since 1973. Stop by and see the people you can trust at East Kentucky Pharmacy. Follow them on Facebook and give them a call at 785-3784. That's 785-DRUG. If you need some gravel to get you out of the mud in your driveway or parking lot, you need to call Kirby Higgs at 606-785-4838. If you need a house seat built, you need to call Kirby Higgs at 606-785-4838. If you need any type of dozer or excavation work, you need to call Kirby Higgs at 606-785-4838. If you need some gabion baskets to help stabilize a hill, you need to call Kirby Hicks at 606-785-4838. Kirby has years of experience in the construction business, and he does the job right. Don't track in that mud. Call Kirby at 606-785-4838. That's Hicks Brothers Construction.
This is George Means here at Tim Short Chrysler in Hazard, Kentucky. If an automobile is something that you're needing, we have got an amazing selection right now. We got some unreal deals. I'm giving just a few examples. We got new Ram trucks right now that you can get up to $18,000 off, guys. Grand Cherokee, some of them you can get up to $10,000 off. And I want you to go to our website because I am so confident in our pricing on our pre-owned vehicles. We have the best deals, not just in Eastern Kentucky, state of Kentucky. We feel confident in the whole country. JimShortChrysler.net. You will find the best deals on all pre-owned vehicles, new vehicles. You cannot be beat, and we go for during your business. We got lifetime warranties on our new ones, and financing has dropped like crazy. You can come in here now and get a really, really good interest rate. Get down here and see us and take advantage of these deals. And we appreciate all you guys. Jim Short Chrysler in Hazard, Kentucky.
Each year, millions of people in the United States are injured in accidents. Many of these accidents are unfortunately caused by preventable carelessness. The law protects those harmed by negligent parties and allows the injured to seek compensation for their suffering. If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident resulting from negligence, that's when you need the help of a trusted friend like Todd Martin of the Martin Law Office. Todd and his colleagues have years of experience representing people across East Kentucky. Give them a call, 606-785-5045. Or call the Salyersville office at 606-349-6171. The Martin Law Office, Hindman, Salyersville, Moorhead, and Jackson. The Hindman Promart Home Center has everything you need to winterize your home to save on those power bills when that cold winter weather arrives. When you walk through the doors of the Hindman Promart, you're greeted by an experienced, knowledgeable staff who knows you, knows what you need, and know where it's located in their store. You don't need your GPS to find your way around the Hindman Promart. They're large enough to have what you need, but not so big that they can't offer the service you expect. And Hyman Promart is your headquarters for those energy-efficient, world-famous Anderson windows. The Hyman Promart Home Center, Highway 160 Hyman, call 606-785-3151.
Half remaining until we start the third quarter, and it is 25-16, Knott County Central over Perry County Central. The scoring by quarter. First, at the end of the first quarter, it was 13-5. Lady Patriots over the Lady Commodores. Lady Patriots jumped out to a 9-0 lead. Their largest lead was at 11, 23-12. The closest Perry has been able to make it in this game was at 9-5. And we'll look at the scoring first for the Lady Commodores. Riley Feltner had 3 points. She shot 1 of 2 from the free throw line and had 1 rebound. Haven Hoskins had 1 rebound. Brooklyn Cornett, she hit 3 big threes for the Lady Commodores, had 10 points in the first half. She actually leads all scorers in the game to go along with 4 rebounds. Emily Noble hit a 3 in the first quarter. She's got her through 4 rebounds. Ava Cornett, 4 rebounds. And let's see here. Kendall Jones, she had 2 rebounds. And correction on that, I'll get to that in a minute. That I had Perry at 3 of 10. Must have missed one there. They were actually 4 of 11 as a team from the field in that first half, or from beyond the arc. Knott County Central was 2 of 6. Perry shot 1 of 2 as a team from the free throw line. I had them with 8 turnovers to go along with 16 rebounds. And for the Lady Patriots, they had 6 turnovers. They shot 2 of 4 as a team from the free throw line, and it was Danny McAlornis. She shot 1 of 2. She had 8 points, but 7 rebounds. Those second chance opportunities have really been there for the Lady Patriots. Addison Conley, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Samara Bailey, 2 points, 2 rebounds to go along with 2 blocks. Frankie Reed, 2 points, 1 rebound. June Quillen got the other block for the Lady Patriots. Riley Kraft, 9 points, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And Kaylee King, she had 1 rebound. And Bella Hammond had 2 points to go along with 3 rebounds. I also had Knott County Central with 16 rebounds, and they shot 2 of 6 as a team from beyond the arc, but we're still a little bit away from the start of the second half. Here at halftime, it's 25-16, Knott County Central over Perry County Central. We'll step out for 3 minutes on the Killer Bee Sports Network.
Alice Lloyd College is now accepting applications. ALC is one of the top colleges in America for graduating students with the least amount of debt, has approximately 98% of students employed or in graduate school 6 months after graduation, is the only college in the nation that financially supports graduates, is one of only 9 work colleges in the nation, and returns 81% of students back to the region. Go online and apply today. Alice Lloyd College. Stay close. Go far.
Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Donovan Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court is happy to once again be sponsoring another event featuring our Knott County youth. Judge Executive Dobson and the members of the Knott Fiscal Court encourage you to support all our Knott County youth in all of their academic and athletic endeavors. That positive reinforcement means the world to these student athletes. This reminder from Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court.
For over 25 years, we've fought for Kentuckians injured through no fault of their own. During that time, we've traveled all across the country to take that fight in some of the biggest insurance carriers and corporations in the world. That kind of dedication is what's needed to get every dollar you deserve. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle collision caused by someone else's fault, call Bates and Son right now for those fight for you. The first consultation is free. And the attorney you see that first day, you're the same attorney you see from the beginning of the case to the end. That's our promise to you at Bates and Son.
When it comes to taking care of your prescriptions and providing the local care you need, Howard Family Pharmacy is your home team. Let's meet the starting lineup.
Tiffany Jacobs, Garrett, Eastern Kentucky University. Stacey Conway, Garrett, University of Kentucky. Donna Newsom from Martin, Alice Lloyd College.
And I'm Wes Howard from Unisville and the University of Kentucky. When it comes to your health, trust a team that knows you best. Howard Family Pharmacy. The Allen intersection on US 23 and Kentucky Route 80 at Eastern. Come see us.
One of the saddest sights you would ever see is a young kid with an unborn grave. Terry McMorrow can change that situation. We can provide a beautiful laser engraved monument that shows the respect and dignity with that. I'm sure also provides a professional respect for disinterment and reinterment students that would allow you to move you can go to Japan for the grace side for the next built on COVID. Heard for again. Now, Memory Gardens provides a beautiful grave plot that can be reserved for every family member. Bethel Mausoleum also offers those state-of-the-art trips in Kentucky. Since it's proposed to have a final resting place other than at the grand further. All these decisions can be made in advance, too, so you can leave your family. That one of what we do with their rearrangement services. We work with families to provide respect for love, human service within the building. We've been serving East Kentucky since 1954. We understand the heartache and the loved one passions, and we use our experience to help guide you through those earthly times. Give us a call today at 606-785-31. I'm the human service offers a complete package.
25-16, 1 minute till we tip off the second half. And I want to thank you tonight for joining us on the Killer Bee Sports Network. I really think to sum up that first half in a nutshell was I thought Perry took too many threes. They might want to cut back on that. But really, I think what hurt them more than anything, Tyler, was the second chance opportunities. 3 blocks for Knott Central. Bella Hammond had one of those, 2 by Samara Bailey. Knott County didn't take too many threes, 2 of 6. And really, they've just kept control of this game back and forth. It feels like whenever it feels like Perry might have a run in them, Knott just comes right back with those second chance opportunities. And one of the key things that's really interesting, too, is Coach Lowe and Coach McElornis. They know each other pretty well. They've been around this ball game a very long time. Even though it started a little late, just wanted to say coming into the night's game because we were doing the broadcast of we had the All-A State game going on, 31-18 since March 3rd, 1998. Perry Central leads the series since 1998. Tonight is the 50th meeting, and Lady Commodores coming to tonight's game 5-13. Knott County 13-6. Knott County got that real big win over Letcher Central the other night on home, and in the driver's seat there, even though this is not a district matchup, Tyler, it's still, you always want to get those wins. And right now, Perry Central will have the ball, and they got to score quick to cut into this lead.
And it is going to be, it looks like here, Miss Haven Hoskins will inbound for Perry Central to get this second half underway. She'll get it into Noble as Noble gets it out to the right wing now for Perry Central, up toward the baseline to Brooklyn Cornett, back out to the right wing to Noble, top of the key now to Ava Cornett, left wing to Riley Feltner. And a steal there by Danny McElornis of the Lady Patriots as McElornis comes up with a steal, gets it out to Kraft up on the baseline. Kraft works it up to the left elbow, out to the top of the key to Conley. Conley works it up on the inside toward the baseline, spins around, pass back to Feltner up at the left corner. Feltner works it up closer to the basket. One-hander on the way, good for Feltner.
I mean, Tyler, she just wasn't even looking at the basket, Kraft wasn't, and she flipped around and got that off the glass. That's a great shot for an 8th grader.
Perry Central's Noble with it down the top of the key. Over to Hoskins. Hoskins, jumper on the way, gets that one for the Lady Commodores.
Nice move by Hoskins. Her first points of the game. If she can start making those more, she's going to be a bright spark for the Lady Cougars, Patriots. I'm tumbling over the world's Lady Commodores. That was a great move.
Macalarnes out to Conley on the right wing for Knott County Central. Conley back over to Macalarnes. Knott County Central with a 9-point lead over Perry Central right now, 27-18, 6:42 to go in the third quarter. Macalarnes and a steal in there by Ava Cornett of Perry Central. Ava Cornett brings it across the timeline, works it up on the inside, out to the right corner, down to Noble, up at the baseline, back out to the top of the key to Cornett. Ava Cornett dribbles, bounce pass to Brooklyn Cornett. Back out to Ava Cornett on the right wing. She'll fire a three. That one bounces in for Miss Ava Cornett of Perry Central.
They needed that, Tyler. Her first points of the game, that was huge. It went around the whole world.
27-21, Lady Commodores to within 6 of the Lady Patriots as Macalarnes brings it to the top of the key, dribbles out to the right wing, being guarded by Brooklyn Cornett now as Macalarnes dribbles, gets it out to Conley now. Conley back out to the left wing to Reed. Reed being guarded by Feltner. Reed works it up, gets it up underneath to Kraft for the put up and good for the Lady Patriots.
What a workhorse. Going to be a bright 5 years for her, 4.5 now for the Lady Patriots. That was a great move.
29-21, Lady Patriots up 8. Perry Central with it here. Brooklyn Cornett being triple teamed out to the left corner to Ava Cornett. 3 on the way. That one over and out. And Riley Kraft with a rebound for the Lady Patriots as Kraft gets it up to the baseline. Back out to Reed. Long 2 on the way. Good for Miss Frankie Reed of the Lady Patriots.
Goes back to those second chance opportunities and protecting the ball. Really, again, paying off. Knott County on point.
31-21, 10-point lead for the Lady Patriots. Lady Commodores Noble with it on the right wing, out to the top of the key to Cornett. Brooklyn Cornett loses control of it there on the baseline. It goes out of bounds for the Lady Commodores and back over to the Lady Patriots.
Just a tough pass there. Cornett wasn't expecting the speed on that. It sailed out of bounds. And now in for the Lady Patriots will be the junior. She wears number 24, Avery Combs, for the first time tonight.
Combs going to inbound it to Reed now for the Lady Patriots. Frankie Reed gets across. Well, try to give one to Samara Bailey, and is still in there by Brooklyn Cornett. One-hander on the way. Good for Cornett of Perry Central.
We have a timeout on the court. Coach Macalarnes is going to take it here, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout. 31-23, Knott County on top. 4:58 remaining here in the third quarter. So now, Tyler, Coach Macalarnes has used all of her 30-second timeouts. Knott County or Perry has only used 1:30 timeout, so the timeout reset 4-3. I think she didn't like something there because of the turnover. It wasn't a pass that could get to Bailey in time. Perry Central was there just to be just a little bit more quicker, and now Knott County Central with 8 turnovers to Perry Central's 10. See if the Commodores can come up with another steal here. And Tyler, this is a good crowd tonight, by the way, for Wednesday night. Pretty good crowd here. It's decent at the John C. Combs Arena.
It is for a Wednesday night ball game. As Kraft will inbound to, looks like here, got that one into Macalarnes. Macalarnes going to dribble with it. Pass over to Frankie Reed. Reed with it up across the timeline. Get back out now to Kraft. Kraft on the left wing. Works it up on the inside. Out to the right wing to Macalarnes here. Perry Central in that man-to-man defense here as Macalarnes gets it out to Reed. Back over to Macalarnes here. 4:35 to go in the third. Knott County Central 31, Perry Central 23. Inside pass to Samara Bailey. She's double teamed. Gets a pass to the right now to Macalarnes up on the right wing. She's being guarded in there by Hoskins. And Macalarnes, the one-hander from the baseline, couldn't get it. And Ava Cornett with a rebound. And we're going to have a whistle. And Fairchild's going to call a foul.
Be the first team foul on the Lady Patriots in this third quarter of play. I did not catch who it was on, but it was on Morgan Combs for the Lady Patriots.
And we got a full timeout call by Misty Macalarnes and the Lady Patriots, and we'll take it with them here. 31-23, Knott County Central up 8, and we'll be back in 30 seconds on the Killer Bee Sports Network.
You're on the move every day. You're mobile, and so is Community Trust Bank. Now, you've got one-touch access to your accounts. No need to remember or update passwords. Make a deposit with a click, not a pen. No deposit slip and no line. Get that morning cup of joe without the hassle, without the wait. Community Trust Bank is dedicated to making your banking experience secure, fast, and easy. Don't wait. Go mobile with Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust.
31-23 in the third quarter. And correction, that was not on Morgan Combs. My apologies. That foul was on Frankie Reed. So that will be her first. And the team first, 4:18 remaining. Coach McAlarnis using 2 quick timeouts to calm her team down. Now, Perry Central has a chance to get it down to 6 or 5.
And here comes Noble inbounding to, it looks like here for the Perry Central Lady Commodores, that is Ariana Johnson. As Johnson gets it up across the timeline, up inside to Noble, back out to the top of the key. She's being guarded by Reed. Noble gets it out to Feltner. Feltner out on the right corner. Double teamed. Back out to Noble on the right wing. And we're going to have a reach-in foul there on Frankie Reed of the Lady Patriots.
Her second, team second. Yeah, Hoskins there brought it up the court, just looking around, trying to get some ball movement going on. Got that big 2 here in the third quarter. Got to get it down. Got to get a good ball movement. Maybe try to go inside the Noble.
Hoskins gets it into Ava Cornett. Cornett going to fire a 3. That one bounces off. And McAlarnis with a rebound for the Lady Patriots. 3:50 to go in the third quarter. McAlarnis out to Reed on the right wing. Up inside to Kraft. Up underneath to Bailey. Bailey spins around. Put up. That one bounces off in the foul on Perry Central.
Beyond Cornett, her first, team first. And now, Bailey will go to the line for the first time tonight for her first 2 free throws. Knott County 2 of 4 as a team from the free throw line. You know, Knott County came in the night's game giving up 54 points per game to Perry Central's 50 a game.
Bailey at the line for 2. The first one up. That one bounces off.
And even though she has 3 blocks and 2 points and 2 rebounds, 3 blocks, and has caused some of those turnovers tonight for the Lady Commodores.
Bailey's second one is up. That one goes in. And it's Knott County Central 32, Perry Central 23. Lady Commodores with it here is, looks like that's going to be Hoskins bringing it up the length of the floor here for the Lady Commodores. And she'll get it up into Noble. Noble up on the inside. Being guarded by Kraft. Bounce pass over to Feltner on the right wing. Dribbles. Back out to the top of the key to Hoskins. Hoskins going to work it up inside. Back out to the left wing to Cornett. Back over to Hoskins up at the baseline. Hoskins one-hander bounces out. Hoskins gets the rebound and try to get a shot off, but Bailey comes up with it for the Lady Patriots as Bailey gets it off to McAlarnis now. McAlarnis over to Reed up on the right wing. Back out to McAlarnis. Down to 3 minutes to go in the third. Up inside to Bailey. Put up, rolls in for Bailey.
Yeah, nothing you could do there. Took advantage of the mismatch with 5 points. Matches Knott County's largest lead. You take advantage of your mismatches there, you get the position, and that paid off for the Lady Patriots.
Here comes Noble up on the right wing for the Lady Commodores. Out to Hoskins. Back out to Noble. She'll fire a 3, and that one bounces off the rim. And McAlarnis with a rebound for the Lady Patriots as McAlarnis gets up across the timeline on the inside. Layup underneath, bounces off. Bailey with a rebound. Put up, count it for Bailey.
The patience there, it paid off, and all of a sudden, Coach Lowe wants a timeout, and it'll be a 60-second timeout.
Tell you what, let's do. We'll go ahead and step away for another 30-second break, and we'll come back in 30 seconds right here on the Killer Bees Sports Network.
From the crash or easy dash, Better call Seth.
I swear, I hate dealing with infants.
Been your wreck and need a check, Better call Seth. When placed under arrest, Better call Seth. For car wrecks to slip and falls to state and federal criminal defense. Seth knows as the lawyer you'll swear by, not swear. Call 606-785-2784. That's 785-2SEE. Better call Seth.
36-23 as the Lady Patriots lead it over the Lady Commodores. The largest lead of the game for the Lady Patriots, 36-23. Earlier there, Tyler, just briefly, just want to the little side note here. I know you and Tiffany are planning on going down to Owensboro to cover Breathitt County in the All-A State. Many good travels to you all this week is because this weekend the weather ain't going to be too kind. So I wanted to mention that before we went off the air tonight that be safe down there, partner, because I know it's bad storm what it's looking like.
Not looking too kind, that is for sure, and we encourage everybody to monitor the latest forecast for the upcoming weekend. As Hoskins will inbound now to, looks like there, Johnson back to Hoskins for Perry Central. She'll get it up across the timeline, back over to Johnson up on the left wing, and a steal in there by McAlarnis. She got it out to Reed, and now a steal by Brooklyn Cornett of Perry Central. Up to Feltner, a right elbow jumper, good for Feltner of the Lady Commodores.
That's her 5th point of the game. She got all of her 3 points there earlier in the second quarter. They needed that, did the Lady Commodores.
And Kraft gets it out to Reed, over to Conley. Conley up inside to Bailey. Bailey gets it off to McElarnis, left corner to Combs, a three. That one bounces out. McElarnis rebound, one-hander rolls off, and a rebound Hoskins of Perry Central. Long outlet pass to Feltner. Feltner and a steal in there by Combs of the Lady Patriots. Off now to Kraft, over to Reed. Reed going to fire a three, and that one bounces off. Bailey with a rebound as Bailey tapped it out. Possession back in favor of Perry Central.
Yeah, she couldn't hold on to it there. Perry Central unofficially 5 of 16 for my count that I've had tonight. That's what they're shooting from beyond the arc. You think if a few of those would have fallen in, it'd be a whole different ball game. But now, Tyler, again, the Lady Patriots have given the Lady Commodores an opportunity to get it back down to single digits.
1:30 to go in the third quarter. Hoskins off to Johnson. Johnson gets that one off, saved in there by Ava Cornett. Tried to get it to Feltner, but Cornett saved it as Cornett goes for the baseline jumper, and it bounces in for Miss Ava Cornett of Perry Central.
She's got all 5 points in this quarter. That was a nice take. Took advantage and made the nice little floater.
Here comes Kraft toward the baseline for the Lady Patriots, and out to the top of the key to Reed. A long two on the way. Bounces off for Reed, and Combs with a rebound for the Lady Patriots. McElarnis a three from the left wing. Bounces off. McElarnis with a rebound up at the baseline. And a foul on Perry Central. They got Feltner with that one.
Be her second, team's second. And checking in for the Lady Patriots will be Jalen Monroe back into the ball game as Reed will go out and Conley looks to check back in. We'll see who that's going to be. It'll be a non-shooting foul, so Coach McElarnis tells Conley to go back to the bench and keep it on the court there. Under a minute to go.
McElarnis inbounds to Kraft up on the top of the key for the Lady Patriots. A three on the way, bounces off the rim, and a rebound Feltner of Perry Central as Feltner comes down with it. Gets it up across the timeline. Pass to Hoskins. Hoskins going to bring it to the top of the key. Pass to the right wing now to Johnson. Johnson up on the inside. Back out to the right wing now to Cornett. And a near steal in there by McElarnis. She tapped it out. Possession stays with Perry Central.
Hoskins out and Noble back in. McElarnis just roaming around. Her hustle all over this court tonight has really been the spark plug for Knott County. It's checking back into the ball game for the Lady Patriots. For Riley Kraft will be Kaylee King.
Cornett inbounds to Noble. Gets it off now to Johnson. Over to Feltner. 30 seconds to go. Third quarter. Feltner on the right wing. She'll fire a three. That one bounces off the backboard and no good. McElarnis with a rebound for the Patriots. Over down to King. Back over now to McElarnis. Down to 17 seconds. McElarnis going to try to hold out for one more shot to end the third. As she stays right up at the top of the key with it here, dribbling out to the left wing. A pass inside to Bailey. Down to 7 seconds. Bailey put up good for the Lady Patriots underneath. And here comes the Lady Commodores, 2 seconds. Noble at the midcourt stripe, a half-court three, bounces off, no good. And we have played three complete. Knott County Central 38, Perry Central 27. And we're back in 1 minute for the fourth and final quarter on the Killer Bee Sports Network.
The winning team at Tim Shore Chevy GMC in Hazard invites you to stop in and discover their great selection of Chevy and GMC cars, trucks, and SUVs. They have one of the best selections in the state. Tim Shore Chevy is also proud of their pre-owned vehicles, most of which come with a lifetime engine warranty. And did I forget to mention that all qualified new vehicles have the lifetime powertrain warranty? Tim Shore Chevy GMC also offers 1 year of complimentary oil changes and more. And they stand behind every vehicle sold with their top-notch service department with factory-trained mechanics. That's Tim Shore Chevy GMC, just off Highway 15, 101 Cardinal Drive in Hazard. Shop them online, TimShoreChevyofHazard.com, and give them a call at 866-360-6257. That's Tim Shore Chevy GMC in Hazard.
Final quarter of play, 38-27. Knott County Central leads it over Perry County Central. Just a scoring recap at the end of the first quarter was 13-5 Lady Patriots. They led it 25-16 at halftime, and we're here now at 38-27. Knott Central with the basketball, the closest the Lady Commodores have had it since trailing 9-0 was at 9-5.
And it is going to be King inbounding here to McElarnis for the Lady Patriots to start the fourth and final quarter. McElarnis gets it out now to Monroe. Over now to Conley. Conley up into Bailey. Bailey the put up. That one bounces off. And Brooklyn Cornett with a rebound for Perry Central. Off to Emily Noble. She's off to the races across the timeline up to the top of the key. Out to Johnson on the right wing. Back out to Noble. A downtown three on the way. And that one no good. And it's out of bounds after the shot. Possession, Knott Central.
I think Knott County and Coach McAlarnis have noticed something about the Lady Commodores. They're just letting them all night shoot the three, Tyler. And that's and they've not been able to hit. And so they're going to continue to let them do that.
Bailey gets it out to McAlarnis. McAlarnis dribbles to the top of the key. Being guarded by Cornett. Ava Cornett pass to Conley. Conley dribbles out to the left wing to Monroe. Monroe, she's in trouble, being guarded by Noble. Monroe off to McAlarnis. McAlarnis up on the inside to the left corner. And we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow, Perry Central.
11th turnover of the game for the Lady Patriots to the Lady Commodores 12th. Again, just when you think the Lady Patriots can push it on out, Perry Central keeps playing tough and giving them the opportunity, and now the Commodores with the chance to knock it back down to single digits.
Hoskins going to inbound it to Noble now for Perry Central as Noble gets it up across the timeline. Gets it out to the right wing here, being guarded by King of Knott County Central up inside the Brooklyn Cornett. Loose ball. And maintained in there by Samara Bailey of the Lady Patriots as Samara Bailey gets it off now to, it looks like here, Addison Conley. Out to the left corner to Monroe. Monroe double team, spins around in trouble. Jump ball.
Yeah, another jump ball there as Riley Feltner will check in for the Lady Commodores. And Noble will go out. So possession arrow will favor Perry Central the next time. And this game's also been physical at the same time, and neither team afraid to back down from that.
McAlarnis on the inbound for the Lady Patriots. Gets it into Monroe. Monroe up on the top of the key. Jalen Monroe gets it off to Addison Conley. Conley going to dribble up on the inside. Goes in, the put up. Goes in for Conley of the Lady Patriots.
It's her first point since the second quarter. Give her 4 for the game to go along with 3 rebounds. That was just a great take. Matches the largest lead for Knott County in the game at 13.
And it is going to be Feltner. Getting it off now to Hoskins. Hoskins over now to Ava Cornett. Cornett going to dribble off to Brooklyn Cornett on the left wing. Cornett on the inside goes in one-hander. Got it for the Lady Commodores.
That was nice. And she has a bucket every quarter in this game with 14 to go along with 5 rebounds. Lady Commodores needed that.
40-29, Lady Patriots with an 11-point lead. 6 minutes left as Monroe brings it up the length of the floor, and double dribble call against Monroe. Possession arrow back in favor of Perry Central.
And Monroe will go out, and Frankie Reed will come right back in for the Lady Patriots. Now another chance. Again, Knott County gives them the opportunity to cut it back to single digits.
Hoskins will inbound it for the Lady Commodores. Gets it into Johnson on the right wing. Johnson up to Brooklyn Cornett on the top of the key. Cornett dribbles. Gets it out now to Ava Cornett. Over to Hoskins on the inside. And a steal by Conley of the Lady Patriots here. Down to 5:40 to go in regulation. Conley across the timeline. Out to McAlarnis on the right wing. McAlarnis, a pass inside to Bailey. The put up bounces off. And a rebound, Brooklyn Cornett of the Lady Commodores.
She's missed 2 of those under the basket tonight, Tyler. She's going to work on those as a senior. You don't want to miss those that easy in the region or district. Big time misses there.
Hoskins gets it out to the right wing now to Johnson. Up inside to Ava Cornett. Brooklyn Cornett, one-hander, rolls off. Bailey with a rebound for the Lady Patriots, and now the ball out of bounds. They'll say last touch Perry Central. Possession stays with Knott County Central.
And then at the other end, Cornett misses an easy 2 as well, too. Just tough. Sometimes those aren't as easy to make as some people think, but Knott County catches a break there.
And it is going to be Conley inbounding to McAlarnis. She'll bring it up across the timeline, up toward the baseline, out on the left corner. Gets it out to the left wing to Conley. Over to the left corner to McAlarnis, up at the baseline, up inside to Bailey, at the left elbow, top of the key to Conley now. Under 5 minutes. McAlarnis, a right wing 3, bounces off the rim. Kraft with a rebound, back out to McAlarnis, up underneath to Bailey. And a foul on Perry Central as Bailey tried to go in for the put-up.
This will be the first team foul on the Lady Commodores. And Samara Bailey tonight from the free throw line. She is 1 of 2 to go along with 9 points. She had 7 big points in that second quarter or third quarter. 4 rebounds and 2 blocks.
First one of two for Bailey bounces in for the Lady Patriots.
And that foul for Perry Central went against Ariana Johnson. That'll be her first.
Bailey going to get one more here for Knott County Central. Shot is up. Bounces in. Knott County Central 42, Perry Central 29, 4:45 to go in this one. Lady Commodores with it, as it is going to be, it looks like here. Hoskins up across the timeline for the Lady Commodores up toward the top of the key. Lady Patriots in a 2-3 zone defense. Hoskins over to Ava Cornett on the right wing. Over to Feltner now in the right corner. And a steal by Frankie Reed of the Lady Patriots. A bounce pass to McElarnis, wide open. One-hander rolls in for McElarnis of the Lady Patriots.
And now, Tyler, she's got 10 points to go along with 12 rebounds.
Johnson, the one-hander for Perry Central, bounces off. And Conley with a rebound for the Lady Patriots. Up across the timeline, driving to the basket, goes in, put up, bounces off, and we're going to have a foul.
Be the second team foul on the Lady Commodores. They're going to get this on Riley Feltner. That will be her third. And coming back into the game after the first free throw will be Morgan Combs for the Lady Patriots. This is the largest lead for Knott County of the game at 15.
Conley going to get two here from the free throw stripe. First one of two, good for Conley of the Lady Patriots.
She nailed that one. Noble, back in for the Lady Commodores, as well as Kendall Jones, and Hoskins and Feltner out.
Conley with the second free throw for the Lady Patriots. It's up, and that one bounces off. And a rebound, Perry Central. And it is going to be Noble up at the length of the floor. Out to the right corner now to Johnson. A jumper from the right elbow. Good for Johnson at Perry Central. And that makes it 45-31. Lady Patriots still out by 14 with the lead over Perry Central. And the Lady Patriots with it here. Kraft and a loose ball, and Kendall Jones will come up with it for the Lady Commodores. And she'll get it off now to Noble up across the timeline for the Lady Commodores. Up to the top of the key, being guarded by Combs. Gets it out to the right wing now to Johnson. Top of the key to Noble. 3:35 to go in this one. Noble over to Johnson. A three on the way. That one bounces off. And a rebound and a put up there that time by Ava Cornett of Perry Central is good.
7 points to go along with 7 rebounds with the Lady Commodores. 5 of 20 as a team from beyond the arc.
Lady Patriots with it. Loose ball. Perry Central has it, and here comes Ava Cornett up to the top of the key, and we're going to have a foul on Conley of the Lady Patriots.
This will be her first, team first. And it'll have substitution here for the Lady Patriots. I believe that will be Avery Combs checking in, and it will be. She'll give Kraft the breather. What a game Kraft has played tonight. Been all over the court. 13 points, 1 block, 2 rebounds. Caused a lot of those turnovers. Now Perry Central with the chance to cut it to 10 or get a 3 and make it 9.
Noble inbound it for the Perry County Central Lady Commodores now. Has Noble inbounds to Cornett up on the left corner. Cornett up on the inside. Spins around back out to the left corner now to Noble. Bounce pass to Cornett inside. Cornett one-hander deflected and stolen by Samara Bailey of Knott County Central. She'll get it off to McElarnis now. McElarnis with a long outlet pass to Combs up on the left wing. Back over to McElarnis. McElarnis gets it out to Conley on the top of the key. 2:50 to go. Knott County Central 45, Perry Central 33. Conley up on the top of the key for the Lady Patriots as Conley gets that one off there to Combs. Combs goes in with a put up. That one bounces off. Kendall Jones will come down with a rebound for Perry Central. Gets it off to Noble. Noble going to bring it up to the top of the key, out to the right corner to Jones. Up at the baseline now to Hoskins, up to Cornett. Put up, rolls in for Brooklyn Cornett of Perry Central.
And we're going to have a 30-second timeout on the court. So Perry Central will have 2 timeouts remaining. Knott County Central also with 2 timeouts remaining. They'll have 2 fulls. Perry Central will have 2 fulls. That was a good take by Cornett. You think if you're Perry County Central, you maybe should have tried that earlier. I know with Bailey. Bailey makes a big difference. I saw her go against Allie Bailey and just really struggled there. Now, Hazard's really been the only team that I have seen so far going back in the All-A that's really gave it to Knott County Central. Of course, it's always going to be different when you get to late February, early March. But tonight, it's just been Knott County Central. Really, Tyler, they've been on top from the get-go, 9-0. They've really kind of kept the game between that 8 to 12 point lead throughout. But you still got to hold on here with 2:26 remaining, as we've seen with Kentucky against LSU and Tennessee. Anything is possible, but if Knott County continues to protect the ball and execute, they should walk out of here with the win. But the Commodores aren't going to fade away just like that.
And it is going to be, looks like here for Knott County Central on the inbound, Morgan Combs, as Morgan will inbound it to Samara Bailey here. Bailey gets it out to Avery Combs. Back over now to Samara Bailey. Over to McElarnis. McElarnis right now being guarded by Kendall Jones. 2:15 left to go. Knott County Central 45, Perry Central 35 at the moment. That's your score. McElarnis being double teamed down to the right wing to Conley, and we're going to have a foul on Perry Central.
Beyond Cornet, her second, team third. With 2:07 remaining, still a 10-point lead.
Conley going to inbound it now for the Lady Patriots of Knott County Central here. Conley inbounds to McElarnis. McElarnis going to dribble up to the top of the key here, down to 2 minutes to go. Knott County Central 45, Perry Central 35. McElarnis over to Conley. Conley on the top of the key, guarded by Brooklyn Cornett. Pass to Danny McElarnis. Up inside to Bailey. Bailey put up, bounces off. She'll get the rebound, loose ball. And last touch, they're going to say Perry Central. Possession stays with Knott County.
Yeah, it went off Cornet there. Her and Bailey battled for it as Bailey never really had full control of the ball. Knott County fortunate to have the ball back.
Morgan Combs going to inbound it now to Addison Conley. She's up on the right wing, gets it up to the top of the key. Conley, bounce pass to McElarnis, 1:37 to go. Knott County Central 45, Perry Central 35. McElarnis jumper from the left elbow, no good. And Johnson with a rebound for Perry Central as Johnson gets it off to Feltner. Feltner going to dribble down the right lane across the timeline, gets it up to the top of the key, gets it up at the baseline underneath there to Ava Cornett. Cornett inside the paint, out to the right wing to Johnson, a three.
Ooh.
Nothing but the bottom of the net for Ariana Johnson of Perry Central.
She has 5 points, all 5 of them here in the fourth quarter. That was a big three, and we have a full timeout on the full court, now down to a 7-point game.
Tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to simply keep it right here for the moment, since we are down to 1:13 to go in this contest. And again, a big thanks to everybody tuned in with us tonight. A big thanks to Cody Sparkman back at Studio Controls, who has ran the board not only just for 1 but 2 games tonight, as we've called it here on the Killer Bee Sports Network tonight, a doubleheader of girls high school basketball action. Of course, earlier tonight, we brought you the Hazard Lexington Christian Academy game from the All-A State Tournament in Owensboro, and Hazard lost that one in heartbreaking fashion there in a close one to Lexington.
56-52.
Yes.
That final. I didn't know if you wrote it down or not. I wanted to say this really quick before we get back to the timeout. Something to watch here back with this game, Tyler, where we're about under a minute. So, fouls resets. 3 team fouls on Perry Central, 1 on the Lady Patriots. Riley Feltner has 3 fouls. Ava Cornett with 2. Hoskins, Brooklyn Cornett, Noble, Johnson, and Jones all have 1 foul apiece. Nobody really in foul trouble for Knott Central except Frankie Reed and Bella Hammond with 2. With 1, you got Combs as well as Kraft and Conley. So down to 7 points, 1:13 left. They needed that 3, so you're going to be looking to the foul here quick if you're the Lady Commodores or a turnover.
Conley inbounds to Bailey. Bailey gets it off to Reed. Reed up on the right wing, gets it off to McElarnis up inside to Kraft to put up, and that one rolls off. And rebound or jump ball on the floor.
Yeah, we had a tie up there between Brooklyn Cornett, Kraft. Tyler, she very rarely misses that. Knott County Central's missed about 4 of those right under the basket tonight. Hoskins back in and Noble back in for the Lady Commodores. Out is Cornett and Jones. And so now it's a 7-point game, a chance to get the 4.
Feltner under 1 minute to go. Perry Central with the basketball. Feltner on the right wing, out on the right corner to Noble. Noble being guarded by McElarnis. Noble up on the right wing, up to the top of the key. Little handoff to Johnson. Johnson dribbles, one-hander up on the inside, couldn't get it. Bailey with a rebound for the Lady Patriots. And Bailey going to get it off here, looks like, to Conley. Conley off to Reed. Reed on the left wing. McElarnis on the top of the key. Out to Kraft on the right wing. Riley Kraft gets it out to Danny McElarnis. Down to 30 seconds. And we are going to have a whistle and a foul on Perry Central. They'll get Feltner with that one.
It's her 4th, team 4th. And I can't believe after the missed shot there that Perry Central had so much time off the clock. 1 more foul put the Lady Patriots on the free throw line. So we'll see what happens here.
Conley going to inbound it now to Kraft. Kraft on the right corner. Over to Conley. And there comes the 5th and final one for Feltner, I believe.
Yep, she finished with 5 points tonight. 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, a couple of steals. And now Conley, who is 1 of 2 in this quarter from the free throw line tonight, will have 2 big ones. Knott County Central 6 of 10 as a team from the free throw line, clinging to the 7-point lead with 26.3 left.
Conley going to get 2 here for the Lady Patriots. First one up, got it. Should get one more here. Second one on the way for Conley. Bounces off. And Cornett going to come down with a rebound for the Lady Commodores here as we're down to 20 seconds. Cornett up into Hoskins. Hoskins deflection, but Bailey, and a foul is going to be called.
It's on Samara Bailey, as you said there, her first team second. After those misses, Knott Central 7 of 12 as a team from the free throw line. And now Johnson going to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Perry Central only 1 of 2 as a team. Those were shot by Riley Feltner in the second quarter.
Hoskins, the first one of 2 for the Lady Commodores, bounces in.
Yeah, check that Hoskins, because the ponytails, I know earlier with you had Johnson, it was Hoskins. These ponytails sometimes, Tyler, we saw that in the region a few years ago. Hard to get those numbers, but a big make there by Hoskins.
Here comes her second free throw. She got it. And it is Perry Central 40, Knott County Central 46, down to 15 seconds left. McAlarnis, and a foul on Perry Central.
I think they're going to get this on Jones, yep, and that will be her, Kendall Jones' second, so team 6. So now McAlarnis, 2 big free throws. She's 1 of 2 from the free throw line tonight. Shot him back in the first quarter.
First one of 2, good for Miss McAlarnis of Knott County Central.
And now Noble back into the ball game. Emily Noble and Kendall Jones out for Perry Central.
McAlarnis going to get one more here from the charity stripe for Knott County Central. It's up, and the one bounces off, and Ava Cornett going to come down with a rebound for Perry Central, down to 10 seconds. Out to Johnson. Gets it out down to the right corner to Noble. Over to Johnson. Johnson gets it out to Noble. A 3 from the right corner. Bounces out. And that's your ball game. Your final score, Knott County Central 47 and Perry Central 40. And we'll send it back to the station now for about a 3-minute break. We'll come right back with final stats, and we'll wrap this one up from the John C. Combs Arena in 3 minutes on the Killer Bee Sports Network.
Kristen Mulcahy, marketing manager at Appalachian Wireless. We've all been there. You've tried one of those big carrier promises? Sounds amazing, doesn't it? Until you read that fine print, then suddenly you're on hold again. And at Appalachian Wireless, we do things a little different. We answer your calls, we help solve your issues, and guess what? We work for you. Experience matters, right? Our team, we're the real wireless experts. So why choose anyone else? Visit one of our retail locations today or online at AppalachianWireless.com to see how we can better serve you. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
With today's price of gasoline, more and more people are switching to more fuel-efficient vehicles. That's why you need to see Tim Short Honda at Iowa. Tim Short Honda, the only place in East Kentucky to purchase a new Honda. They're the most safe, fuel-efficient car on the road. What you save on gas with a Honda will almost make your monthly payment. And speaking of payment, Tim Short Honda will work with you to find the right car to fit your budget. That's Tim Short Honda, US 23 at Iowa. Call 606-200-3190 or visit TimShortHonda.com and give them a like on Facebook. The Bank of Heinrich opened for business in Highland, Kentucky in 1903. The Bank of Heinrich remained open during the Great Depression and has grown to become a $150 million financial institution. The Bank of Heinrich remains locally owned and committed to serving the needs of our community. The Bank of Heinrich with 2 convenient locations in Knott County to serve you. The Hyman Bypass location on Highway 160 and the W.R. 5th branch of the Hollywood Shopping Center. The Bank of Hyman, phone 785-3158 or visit bankofhyman.com.
No one wants to hear the words you need open heart center, but when you do, you want to hear who you can trust. At Hazard ARH, Dr. James Shoptaw, a cardiothoracic and vascular surgeon with over 29 years of experience, leads a team you can count on. With skilled hands, strong faith, and proven results, Dr. Shoptaw is with you every step of the way. Trust your heart to ARH and Dr. Shoptaw, a proud member of the ARH Care Network. Learn more at arh.org/cardiology.
Attorney Jared Bentley, I want to be honest with you because that's what you deserve. At Bentley Law Group, I won't tell you what you want to hear just to get your case. I'll tell you the truth, even when it's hard. Why? Because your case matters, but your trust matters more. I was born and raised in East Kentucky and have been practicing law in Prestonsburg for decades. I became an attorney to help people, not play games and make empty promises. Injured in a car crash, hurt at work, or injured due to no fault of your own, give me a call at 606-506-1733 in Prestonsburg. I'm Jared Bentley. I've done law group. The truth still matters.
Looking for a new pharmacy? Maya Kinney and the staff at East Kentucky Pharmacy, conveniently located inside Dr. Snubbles Clinic, just above the Holly Hills Shopping Center in Hindwood. They accept Medicaid, private insurance, and most Medicare Part D plans. Get stuck in long lines waiting for prescriptions to be filled? Get them filled in minutes at East Kentucky Pharmacy. They're locally owned and operated and have been serving the people of Knott County since 1973. Stop by and see the people you can trust at East Kentucky Pharmacy. Follow them on Facebook and give them a call at 785-3784. That's 785-DRUG.
Your final score here tonight, 47-40. I just saw Haley Olinger's grandmother, Sandra Olinger. I worked with her for years. Great woman. Always good to see her and her husband, Jimmy, here tonight. Haley Olinger was at Hazard, now over as a Lady Patriot at Knott County Central. We'll look at your final statistics here tonight from the John C. Combs Arena. At the end of the first quarter, it was Knott County Central 13, Perry Central 5. Knott Central jumped out to that 9-0 lead. The closest Perry Central got it in the whole game was at 9-5. A couple other times they got it down to 6 and 7 points, but could not get it down to that 4-point deficit. At halftime, it was 25-16, Knott County Central over Perry County Central, and then at the end of the third quarter, it was 38-27. At the end of three, Knott over Perry, and then your final score 47-40. Lady Patriots notch up their 14th win of the season. They go to 14-6. Perry Central falls to 5-14. And first, we'll look at the scoring for the Perry County Central Commodores. Actually, we'll break it down here with other stats for the before we break down the scorings. I had Perry Central with 15 turnovers to Knott County Central's 13 turnovers. On the rebounding front, and I'll break those down individually in a little bit, I had them both at 28. Might be a little off there, but that's what I had on the total from what we could do here tonight. 8 of 14, Knott County Central shot as a team from the free throw line. Perry Central shot 3 of 4, and now we'll break down the stats a little bit further. First for the Lady Commodores, Riley Feltner. She shot 1 of 2 from the free throw line, finished with 5 points, fouled out of the game, and had 2 rebounds. Haven Hoskins, she had 4 points, 2 of 2 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter to go along with 3 rebounds. Brooklyn Cornett, she had 16 points in the game to go along with 6 rebounds. And then Emily Noble had 3 points to go along with 4 rebounds. Ava Cornett, she had 7 points to go along with 9 rebounds. Ariana Johnson, 5 points, all those coming in the fourth quarter to go along with 1 rebound. Kendall Jones came in for the Lady Commodores and had 3 rebounds here tonight. And for the Lady Commodores, Danny McAlornis, she had a double-double tonight. She finished with 11 points and 12 rebounds. She went 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Addison Conley had 6 points to go along with 3 rebounds. Samara Bailey, 11 points, 4 blocks, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and had 5 rebounds. Frankie Reed, 4 points tonight to go along with 1 rebound. Riley Kraft, she had a monster night tonight. Second leading scorer in the game as an 8th grader. 13 points, 2 rebounds, 1 block, several steals. I had her 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Avery Combs came in, had 1 rebound for the Lady Patriots. Kaylee King came in, had 1 rebound for the Lady Patriots. And the final scorer tonight for the Lady Patriots was Bella Hammond. She had 2 points to go along with 3 rebounds. 8 of 14 from the free throw line. Knott County Central, 3 of 4 Perry Central. And basically tonight, the story of the game in a nutshell was a simple fact that Knott County jumped out to that 9-0 lead, got it out there big, really didn't have to worry. It was 9-5. McAlornis called a quick timeout, a 30-second timeout there in the first quarter. Oh, and the 3-point, I forgot to say, Knott County shot 2 of 9 as a team tonight. Perry Central shot 6 of 22. It was like Knott County Central just let Perry Central shoot the threes. They weren't hitting tonight. And really, the second chance points is what really propelled the Lady Patriots to win this game tonight. McAlornis and Bailey and Kraft all setting the tone there early on for Knott County Central, and that's what really sealed it. Perry, a valiant effort, fought back hard, and now they turn around and go back to the drawing board. Knott County Central will look to continue to go to the draw, or look and keep their winning ways going with big wins over Letcher Central and Perry Central here. I know they got Hazard later on, I think. Perry does as well, too. They got to play. But, Tyler, thank you for having me along for the broadcast tonight, you and Tiffany. And you all be safe going to Owensboro. And everyone watch the weather. Be safe these next few days. And, Tyler, until we hook up again here on the Killer Bee Sports Network, it's been fun. And once again, I hope you and Tiffany have a safe trip down to Owensboro.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. And that is going to wrap up our coverage down here at the John C. Combs Arena. And again, we do emphasize for all of our audience out there to monitor the latest weather forecast in the next 24 to 48 hours. As again, the folks at the Weather Service are predicting a very rough winter storm for our area here and all across Kentucky, for that matter, as there's already a winter storm watch out that goes into effect Saturday morning, lasting through Monday morning. And they say by the weekend, travel is going to be very difficult most of the weekend, and even at some points this weekend may even be impossible.
Yeah.
So have preparations prepared for whatever it is you need to do accordingly for this storm, and stay tuned right here for the latest. And good night.